How long should it take to turn your vision into reality? Do you ever feel like technology is limiting your creative potential? Too often, the tools we rely on to create our content seem to get in the way. Existing media storage solutions are built on an outdated foundation that is unable to meet the demands of modern video workflows. They require you to choose between performance, cost, and ease of use. We thought there might be a way to deliver all three. We call it OPMS, On-Premise Managed Storage, combining uncompromised performance and support into one all-inclusive service. Imagine unlimited space to grow, to collaborate, to perform, to create. Introducing Creative Space.
Get a lot of question marks of why is it done this way? And a lot of the answers to that question are because it's the way it's done, not because it's the best way to do it. Creative Space has been kind of a way to step, in the direction of the right way to do it rather than just the way it's done.
One of the big things that was most helpful in helping me convince the executives of making that leap is that Creative Space's business model is essentially an operational expense thing as opposed to a capital expense. So essentially we only pay monthly for the services we need as opposed to shelling out a large amount of capital from the get-go.
Yeah, of course I'd recommend Digital Glue. Again, they not only have they met every expectation that we've had for the product, but they've exceeded that expectation time and time again. When you look at the performance of the product, the reliability of the product, the amazing tech support, and the fact that they keep pushing the product forward, and I get the benefits of those things without having to throw something away and buy something else. It's really the only solution that works for me. And I can tell you, I get 10 calls a day from people that have storage products. Everybody's got a storage product today, but nobody has the combination of things that work for me the way Digital Glue does.
Instead of having all of these separate instantiations of the data on one hard drive that's supposed to be a mirror of the other, but actually isn't, this gave us one big bucket to put the master iteration where everything is supposed to be. It helped to eliminate redundancy, but it also helped to eliminate uncertainty. When you have two drives that are supposed to be twins that aren't twins, and you get into versioning errors, and scary situation comes down to, okay, well, which one of these final is the finalist final of the finally final? And there's all sorts of different versions of that. But Creative Space was a way for us to consolidate into one kind of master media asset management solution.
When you talk about the benefits of this kind of product, they've really gone a lot further than most storage vendors around the user interface, the ability to set up partitions and to be able to set up users. It's really important for us when we've got multiple shows sitting on the same NAS to be able to set those things up in walled gardens so that it's not possible for anything to bleed over into anything else.
You can manage everything by yourself. You don't need to have any IT background. You don't have to write any command lines to access. It's just a matter of accessing the portal in the same way that you access a website. You type the URL and you're in, and then from there you manage everything. And if there's any problem, if there's any technical issue, you can easily get in touch with the support team.
I remember the first day that Morgan, I believe one of the senior engineers with the company, came out to do some speed tests and install the Deus Ex in this space. And we were all kind of skeptical because we'd heard theoretically what was possible. Oftentimes with gear, you hear that and you're, okay, well, theoretically it's going to be 10 gigs per second transfer, but then you get 2.5 gigs per second, and it's the real world realization of it is not what was advertised. That actually wasn't the case for us with Creative Space. When we plugged it up, we had I think it was the Blackmagic utility that we had pulled up to check the real world what we were getting for up and down speeds, and it was as close to theoretical as I've ever seen. It was really blazing fast, to the end that when we made the transition from direct attached storage to NAS to network attached storage, it made it faster for us. It was I have an unprecedented experience in that regard. I was used to losing a generation of speed, like an order of magnitude.
It's all true. That's why it's so easy for me here, just sit here and say it, because it's all friggin' true.